Here's the challenge. I'm going to try this Jovs 4D red light therapy mask over the next 30 days. Now, this is a high stake experiment because I'm going to be traveling. And you may ask why this is because we're going to see if this red light therapy really does help with melatonin production so that you can sleep better. Now, I have 2 trips over the next 30 days. One for my mother-in-law's funeral and one to visit my mom, my sisters, and some friends. And I'm traveling over several time zones, which means sleep is going to be difficult. I'm going to have jet lag. So this melatonin production, because of red light therapy, is going to be something that I'm interested to see if it helps over the next 30 days, going and coming back. So watch all the way to the end to find out whether this Jovs mask helped me to sleep better or whether it's just great for the skin benefits that we all know that red light therapy masks give us. Okay, I am back from traveling with my Jovs red light therapy mask, and I am so excited to tell you about how I went. Now, first of all, let me tell you, I was super nervous to travel with this mask because although I thought it was going to be a great video idea, I am so grateful that they sent me this mask, and I do not take it lightly how much this mask costs and what an investment it would be to replace it. So I was really nervous about traveling through security with it. So let me tell you, I went back and forth through security with this 4 times, absolutely no problem. Let me show you how I did it. I wrapped it up like this each time, and then I put it in a Ziploc bag, a clear Ziploc bag, and I just packed it in my little backpack. I only did carry on each time. And then I put it right at the top, so it was easy to pull in and out. And then I just put it in those little plastic containers, and it went through like a charm each time. So that was such a relief. By the time I had done it twice on each side, once here where I live and once on the other side in Toronto each time, I realized that, okay, this is okay. This is gonna be okay. They're not gonna confiscate my very valuable red light therapy mask, because that, honestly, I was so nerve-wracked about that, especially the first time going through in 2 different security places. But just so you know, I had absolutely no problems with that. The second thing was I just took a charging cord, right? Because it charges. You've got this USB charging cord and you just plug it in. I took a little block, a brick that charges more quickly. Then you plug it into the remote and it just charges, which meant that I could use this. My first trip was 5 days, my second trip was 7 days. So of course I needed to charge it a couple of times on each trip. So that was great to have, and it meant that I could always have my mask at the ready. So let me tell you about how this went. So before I went, I was thinking, well, this is gonna be a great mask to help me keep my sleep going, which it did. I meant because I was changing time zones and I was worried about sleeping through the night, especially since it would be like I was going to bed at 5:30 there and would I be able to sleep through the night? And although I would wake up sort of in the middle of the night, especially on the second trip, I was able to get back to sleep. But let me tell you, the real amazing thing about the mask was how it impacted my skin. And it wasn't just my experience of my skin, it was what everybody else was telling me over and over again. So the first thing that I heard, from other people, when I arrived in Toronto, when I first saw my sister-in-law, who is not one to hand out compliments, she said to me, and I wrote this down so I would remember, she said to me, "How is it that you stay so young while the rest of us age?" And I know that this is the red light therapy that really helps with this, because it helps to get rid of wrinkles, it keeps your skin looking really dewy and fresh and vibrant. So I really attribute that to the red light therapy mask. But let me tell you why the red light therapy mask on the first trip in particular saved me, absolutely saved me. So as all of you know, when you go through security, you have to fit all your liquids in this little teeny tiny bag, and it has to be able to shut, which meant I couldn't bring my regular skincare routine with me. So my regular skincare routine includes certain things. During the day, I like to use rosehip oil. During the night, I like to use castor oil. I also use a vitamin C serum on my face during the day, so it protects my face from free radicals. I also use sunscreen on my face during the day. So of course, all of that did not fit in here. I had to go on a way reduced experience, because you also have to fit your mascara in here, your eyebrow stuff, your lipstick, anything that's liquid has to fit in here. Your hair products, your toothpaste, everything had to fit in here. So I had to go way, 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 way down. So I chose to go on a reduced skincare regime. And I had to find a little tiny skincare. So I decided to leave my vitamin C serum at home. I decided to just go with a moisturizer on the first trip and sunscreen. So the first trip, the moisturizer I chose made my skin so angry. Not only did it make it angry, but it caused my skin to break out. And I've not had breakouts on my skin like since I was a teenager. So if I had not had this mask, I know it would have been 10 times worse, because it was just, my skin was like, it hurt. It hurt so much from this cream. And like it was like being in the air, using this cream. It was awful. And the mask, it truly saved me. So that was the first trip. The second trip, I came back and I was like, okay, I returned that cream. I was like, I'm never using this cream again. And I found a smaller bottle of the rosehip oil. And so at least my skin was not going to be angry like that on the next trip because of the cream. But still, there's something about being in the air and in that airplane that just makes your skin a little unhappy. The second trip, I heard from all my sisters, my mom's friend. Everybody was asking me, what do you do? Why is it you don't have wrinkles? How do you keep looking so young? It was crazy. And also, I'm the oldest of all my sisters. And it was like, wow, yeah, my skin does look actually really good. I could see all the things that I do to look after my skin is really paying off. So, and when I got home, my mom said, I need to get one of those red light therapy masks that you have, because it's really working for you, and I really need to up level my skincare regime like what you're doing, because it works. And I want my skin to look as good as yours. So I heard again and again and again from people like, what are you doing? Why does your skin look so good? And I'm convinced it's because of this red light therapy. I love it so much. Before I tell you how to get one, I just want to say how easy it is to consistently use this. As you know, or maybe you know, I've got a panel that I do love using. I love that thing. I use it. I've moved it to my yoga room actually, and I can move it around my body when I'm doing yoga, which I love too. However, this is hands-free. You put it on, and then there's a clip where you can stick it in your pocket, and you turn it on, and you turn the timer on, and then you can walk around, you can do the dishes with it, you can read a book with it, you can lie down and do a meditation with it. There's a little breathing part here so you can breathe through it. And also, I've just got to say, the look of this one is beautiful. Like, it's very ergonomic, it's very aesthetic compared to a lot of the red light therapy masks, which it makes me want to grab for it more. It's got a really nice tactile experience. Some of the red light therapy masks kind of look like Freddy Krueger, let's just be honest, right? Whereas this one looks really nice, and it makes me grab for it. It makes me feel good about using it. It has a more spa-like experience. So I absolutely love it. I'm so grateful to Jovs for sending it to me and that I get to use it every day. And I have a link for you below that you can use to get your own. I highly recommend it. Red light therapy is a great part of your self-care routine. Your cells need light just as much as they need other nutrients. So check it out below. Let me know if you have red light therapy and if you use it too. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you take advantage. And if you have any questions, let me know.